and he broke me spoon.
Yeah, everybody, just doing a quick update video on what's currently happening and been happening on the farm. So as you can see, we are out in this oats paddock here. Some hay has been baled. Dad's been doing it all. Obviously I've been working harvest on where I'm working, so I haven't been able to come out here and really help. Been out here today giving Dad a bit of a hand to repair the baler. Had a breakdown on that, but it's hopefully fixed up well enough now that it should last the rest of this season anyway. So just going to give his over to Dad. He's going to give you an update on how he's been going with the hay. Then we'll go out and have a look at the oats that's still standing that we're going to harvest, and we'll go have a quick look at the barley as well. And yeah, that'll probably be it, but yeah, I'll give his over to him.
Yeah, g'day viewers. It's New Year's Eve 2022. Yeehaw. A year I'd sooner forget than rather remember, but anyway, we've had a few breakdowns with our hay machinery, and we've patched it up again, and I'll probably, if I feel inclined, I might come out tonight and do some. If not, it'll be early tomorrow. So as Cam said, I've been here by myself, which I've been doing since bloody 1978 anyway, so I know a little bit by myself. So I've got all these ones done. They're not bad bales. The quality of the hay is not there what it should be, because it was too late getting cut, which was no one's fault, and we had shearing in between, and a few COVID issues, which made it a bit hard for me to get out and do what I should have been doing after work. But no, we've got about 200 odd bales here now. There's probably, rough calculations, there's probably about another 160 odd over here to bale. If we can get them, that'll be great. And then we got the paddock out the back, which we're going to go out and have a look at, and show you what's going on out there, and then look at the bit of oats we're going to strip, and a bit of barley and whatever over there. So yeah, well, we're doing what we can with the old crap we got. I'll see you in the next paddock. Yeah, g'day viewers, we're out here with this little bit of oats the boys left when they cut the paddock. It's an oat called Colossus. As far as hay goes, it yields pretty well. This paddock might have been the lighter one of the two, but you can sort of see how it's fallen down a little bit, which is sort of a thing the bloke that sold it to us said you want to graze it off at least 2 or 3 times in the growing season, but we couldn't do that because it was that wet, and I didn't want to put the sheep in here and have their guts dragging around in the mud any more than what they had to. So that might be a reason why it's sort of fallen over a bit, because it's grown pretty tall, or reasonably tall, and it's just sort of bent over, which is no big deal. You put the header in here, drop the front on the ground and swallow all that stuff up, so that won't be a drama. So yeah, it's ready to go, but I want to get all this hay baled up first. So we'll see how we get on. A few more hot days on it won't hurt. It'll help dry up all this bloody green summer feed that's come up after the bit of rain we've had. We don't want too much of that going through the old machine, but anyway, we'll get a few bags of oats off it and plant back into the ground next year. This paddock here, I decided not to rake because it's far worn when we've got it cut. And I thought the less disturbance on it, the better. it won't knock out. We're going to lose a bit of oat when we roll him up, but if it's lying on the ground like that, it's not going to hurt. The baler will pick that up like having a you know what. So and it's one less job we've got to do. So there'll be a few bales here to match up with Mother's couple hundred over there, so she'll be as happy as a pig, and you know what. So yeah, so hopefully if I don't get it baled, if the old girl breaks down again, that's it. I'm not putting a spanner on it. I'm going to get a bloke to come in and roll it up for us. Now they have ladies bales, which aren't as big as the ones we make, but they can't be stuffed around too much longer. Yeah, but anyway, Cam will film all that stuff when we come to cart them in and whatever, and yeah, he'll tell you all about it. So we'll shoot up and have a look at this barley paddock, and then yeah, see you in the next one.
Rightio guys, we're out at this last paddock now. So this is the barley. It's turned out to be not very good. Now, just for context of what happened with this paddock and what our ideas sort of were, if you've been following the channel since the start of the year, the seed we used for this barley was out of our silo, which I think is 2019's harvest of barley that we did, and it's sat in there for a while. Weevils got into it, as well as some water must have got in there too through a few holes in the silo, so there was a bit of rotten stuff as well as just a lot of husks. So when we sowed it, we didn't have high hopes of it turning into anything particularly good. The paddock didn't get sown very well because some of the pipes on the combine got blocked up with the rotten stuff, so not all of the paddock got sowed as well as what it could have. And it did sort of come up throughout the year and it looked sort of half okay, but we also had quite a lot of rain, and with the rain we weren't able to spray for weeds, and as you can probably see, all the canary grass behind me, there's a lot more weed in amongst the barley. Where Dad's standing behind the camera is in a relatively okay spot, but the rest of the paddock's pretty ordinary. So as I said, it was more of an experiment to see what we could get out of this. We were hoping to get a little bit of stuff for straw to use for Mum's horse stables, if we could strip this paddock, but it's not looking that way. But I'll give you over to Dad and he can sort of explain a little bit more and what our sort of final choices are with this paddock.
Yeah, g'day viewers. As Cam said, this was just a paddock, a throwaway paddock I suppose you could call it. If it hadn't been so wet, well, go back a step. If you were doing it properly, you would have sprayed this paddock prior to sowing the barley to get rid of all that canary grass, ryegrass and other weeds prior to sowing. Would have sterilised the ground and got rid of them. You probably would have ended up with the paddock looking like this here behind me, or here, but with the rain we've had over the period of time, it wouldn't have stopped this summer growth coming through, which is all this hogweed and stuff, which is good feed. Like, it's a poor man's lucerne really, but we got this other stuff. I'm not up with it, what that stuff is. It's not much chop, but I don't think we'll be able to do much with it as far as saving any grain. We'll have a look at it. We can either put our weaner wethers or our fat lambs in here, or put all the lambs, the weaner lambs, the fat lambs and the wether weaners and the few weaner ewes that we're going to sell, we could put in here, fatten them right up, or we could join the other paddock just behind us here a bit, Mother's weaner cattle, and put in here to put a bit of condition on them, but you've got to be a bit careful with the amount of barley that's here. Like, there's a fair bit of barley just in this little tennis court area, but there's not too much out there really. It's stuffed, so you could put them in here for a day and take them out for a couple of days and just sort of keep putting them backwards and forwards. That might work all right, but as far as stripping any grain or making straw, I think she's gone the way of the dodo. So with a bit of luck, we'll get out and do that bit of oats out there, and we'll put some oat straw into some round bales from other stables, which is not ideal because it doesn't soak up all the bloody horse urine or manure as well as what barley straw does, because barley straw is a bit softer and it seems to absorb more material. So, but oat straw is better than, not as good as barley straw, but it's better than wheat straw. And if anyone can tell me what's better than that, I'd be interested. So yeah, but anyway, this is probably a bit like Donald Trump. It's a bit of a lost cause. So yeah, hopefully we'll get past tonight's celebrations and festivities, and we'll see you in 2023. Bye.
Yeah, righto. So yeah, as Dad said, it is New Year's Eve. And yeah, we've been working. So we'll leave it, the video as is here at the moment. As Dad said, we're probably gonna end up putting stock on here. I'll see what we do with the rest of the haymaking, whether or not I can film any. Obviously I'm pretty busy myself. Hopefully I'll be able to come out and film when we harvest the oats. I'll try and make some effort to get out here for that, and hopefully that all goes well. But yeah, so we'll probably wrap up the video here. I think once we've got through harvested haymaking, we might do a bit of a summary of 2022 and the year that it was. And yeah, so anyway, hopefully everybody is having a good new year and starts off well, and we'll hopefully have a better 2023. And yeah, so we'll catch you in the next one anyway. All right.